Boy, there is so much fail in this video. What's up, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Reptile News. Yeah, I had to think about that because it's Tuesday now, and I'm recording, and I didn't record Monday, and I wish I would have, but it's Tuesday. So yes, Wednesday's edition of Reptile News. Now, I'm going to start off by saying I apologize. I don't know exactly how it's going to affect the audio of this video, but I lost my my little foam fuzzy guy on my clip-on mic, so I'm sure that's going to affect something. But today we're going to go right to Florida. When I say we're going to go to Florida, that we're immediately not going to be talking about something good, smart, or not drug and or alcohol related. Hey, Floridians, I'm sorry. Some of you, I'm sure, are great people, but the news does not reflect that, ever. So we're going to start off in Palm City, where a man enticed an alligator to bite himself in the arm, in which time he proceeded to pour beer down the alligator's mouth, and eventually they let the alligator go. But two men have been arrested in this, and I believe they were both released October 3rd. The warrants were issued for their arrest in September, but they were arrested for possessing an alligator illegally, which, you know, guys, without the proper stuff, it's not legal to possess an alligator in Florida. How many times do we have to talk about this? Honestly, I mean, whew. And I just realized in my excitement to start recording, I did not turn on any of my lights, which I did now, and they're blinding me. There's two of them. There's one there, and I can't see what I'm trying to read on the screen now. So we're going to move on to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Is that Pennsylvania? I think that's Pennsylvania, where a python was found in the wild, and it's a reticulated python, and this troubles me greatly, but we'll get to that eventually. So a python was found with a large lump in its belly, and after some x-rays at the vet, they determined that lump was a possum, which it's probably, in a situation like this, when I first decided that I was going to talk about this story, it's probably the best way that we could have ended it, by this being a possum, because I was automatically assuming it was somebody's pet, a dog or a cat or something like this. This is a rather large lump in the snake's belly, but the troubling part is it's a reticulated python. I mean, usually when we hear about pythons being captured in the wild, it's not a reticulated python that was captured. It's like a Burmese python. And John, are you messaging me right now? Because my phone just, good lord, the fail in here. You know, Burmese or bull python, sometimes a boa, but I can't say it's popular to hear about a reticulated python being found in the wild, and I worry that as the popularity of these animals grow, that this might be something that becomes our next problem. And yeah, let's just hope not. But let's move on right here to my home state of California, the Bay Area to be exact, where a man is asking for any information leading to the, I'm assuming, arrest and conviction and or the return of his snakes. Our volume has been lowered. So Brian Grundy was actually set his stuff down in a parking garage, I guess, and I guess he walked away and seconds later returned in a duffel bag containing some snakes, and a lizard was gone. Somebody just walked up and took it, which is a terrible thing to do. It's a terrible thing to hear. I hope Brian gets his snakes back. I really do. I'm not sure what he was doing in San Jose. Was there a reptile show there or something? I think he was actually doing he was doing a show for kids at the Martin Luther King Jr. Library. Yeah, interesting stuff. And I'm a little bit troubled that they were in a duffel bag. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if that's a normal way to transport snakes and something like that. But yeah, either way, we really hope he gets his snakes back. And anybody in the San Jose or greater Bay Area if you know or hear anything about this, I'm sure the authorities, as well as Brian, would love to hear about it. Now, I can't help but wonder if whoever took this duffel bag, did they know what was in it? And I can't help but to almost laugh, but at the same time be a little scared at their reaction when they got home and found out what was in it. Obviously, the safety of the animals, as well as the public at large, that's a very big concern. In returning these animals to the rightful owner, where they can get the proper care that they demand to survive, is a very high importance. So like I said, if you hear anything, contact, obviously, San Jose Police, I'm guessing, should be contacted. I believe you can contact Brian right on Facebook. I'm not 100% sure, but you can check. But yeah, so moving on, we're going to go back to Florida for a different story. And this is not a dumb one this time. This is actually kind of an interesting one, which we're not going to delve really far into, but we're going to talk about it a little bit. So they are now saying, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission is now saying that a new snake has been caught that sets the record of Burmese pythons caught in Florida. This one was 18 foot 4 inches long and weighed 98 pounds. Now, I did a very little research on this. I did a Google search on the largest snake captured in Florida, because I thought we heard about one larger, but I didn't find anything on Google. The next one was like 17 something. So it's very interesting that the largest snake has been found down there. And actually, an update to the story, it is the second largest snake ever found. It's the largest snake found in that area by that team in Florida. So anyway, interesting stuff. As always, the Burmese python is still an issue in Florida, as it's going to be for many years. I don't care what anybody says, it's just going to be. And that, my friends, has been all your news for this Wednesday. If you'd like to read any more about these stories, those links are right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. I want to say, how can I put this? Something is brewing, and I think you're going to like it. And we'll see you Friday.